co-producer and star Tamala Jones, co-producer and star Brian White, and star Jackée Harry from the upcoming movie Every Breath She Takes. Welcome all.
Thank you.
Hi.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our first question. Our first question comes from Gerard Horton. Gerard, please unmute your mic.
Good afternoon. How's everyone doing today?
Good. How are you?
Well, hello.
Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations on the new project. It seems great. I want you guys to talk about what was the process in selecting this movie and presenting it to the viewers, and also to Ms. Jones. You're the executive producer. You're wearing both hats of being a boss and also being a part of it. So talk about that experience also too, and how exciting that was to bring that to the viewers and how it may resonate with the viewers going forward.
It's been great. I love working with everyone that is on this movie. We got Jackée Harry, who I have loved forever, and Brian White, and so many other great talented people to come and play with us. And the experience was amazing. It was really effortless as far as the work was concerned, because everyone was prepared and ready to go and giving it their best. So that was easy. And then I love acting, so it was nice. And the storyline, I love a good thriller. I love a good psychological thriller. And we got the most amazing, crazy person to be to play that role. Mr. Brian White.
Well, that's great. I mean, your range over the years from comedy, the drama, and now to the thriller has been great for us viewers and what you contribute to the culture. So we appreciate that, of you giving back and showing us your range. And we appreciate this thriller also too. And we thank you for it. And we appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gerard. Up next, we have Malik Pollard from @MadFlavorTV.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Well,
Good. So my question is to you, Tamala. I wanted to know, as a woman going through this and dealing with an abusive relationship, how does one find their power and their strength? How does a woman find, where do you draw from to get that power and strength to leave a relationship, or really, as you had to do, tackle this thing head on when everyone didn't believe that your husband was still alive and not dead?
Well, I feel like everyone has a breaking point. It's always going to come to a head. If you've been abused for so long, unfortunately, there's only two ways you can do it. You can either kill that person or you can leave, But in this movie, I think that my character had a choice, because she really, really, really loved her husband and loved the family that they had, even though he was a lot possessive. I think she had a choice to really keep her sanity and get through this and trust her instincts, or just let it all go to hell. And she trusted her instincts. She got out of there.
Absolutely. Congratulations on everyone.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Malik. Up next, we have Dr. Pam from We Empower magazine, who just lowered her hand. So we will go on to Big E of Listen If You, I don't have the rest. Oh, Listen If You Will, Faith and Sports.
Hey, good evening. Good afternoon. I'm sorry. How you guys doing?
Good. Well,
All right. Well, my name is Big E. I'm from the Listen If You Will, Faith and Sports radio show, and also on praise.fm. So my question is for Miss Jackée Harry. It's such a wonderful pleasure seeing you. I grew up watching you on 227 with Lester, Mr. Hal Williams. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana as well. So I just wanted to ask you, man. I mean, you've been doing it a long time, and I know you've been on several films. What has been your staying power? What has been what kept you going all of these years and to be in this great film?
These young people, they have kept me, as my girls used to say, current and relevant. I've known about Tamala a long time. I watched her, and I know she don't want to talk about it, but on Castle. I love murder mysteries too, and I watched all of Castle. And him. I've never met you, but I know you through my girlfriend Robin Givens. You know, you are a fine actor. So they keep me evolving, which is what my goal is, especially on Women's Day, which is to stay humble as I can, keep your ego in check, see what's ahead of you, stay in the present, stay in the current. And that's what keeps me going. And I didn't know it. I'm still amazed that I'm open to this. I mean, I'm on a computer by myself. Ain't nobody else here. This is the first time. I used to have help. So they're keeping me alive in terms of my knowing and my knowingness, and I really appreciate you. I love you guys. I don't know you as well, but it enriches me and energizes me to see you guys doing your thing. So my thing is to support the generation after me and the generation after that. That's my goal.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it, Miss Jackée, Miss Tamala Jones, and Mr. Brian White. You two are one of my great actresses and actors as well, man. So y'all keep up the good work. Bless you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Biggie. Up next, we have Gospel Spotlight. Jay Ellison from Gospel.
My question is for Jackee Harry. Jackee, it's basically like the last question. Did you ever think from 227 and other shows that you did that you would still be around, be relevant, and still doing your thing?
No, I'm being totally honest. I thought I'd be retired in, a condo in San Diego by the water with some young man. I mean, younger man. Not you, Brian. Not you. Not that young. About 55. I'll take about 55. That's all I can keep up with. Now, no, seriously, I really didn't know I'd be around, but I do it, like I said, by staying, with these younger people, because they know what's happening. The future is theirs, no matter if you agree with it or not. And a lot of people, they're against rap, they're against a lot of stuff, but I'm not. I'm open to it because it's your world, you own it, it's your time. I'm a baby boomer, and they hate boomers, but we think we have it all or had it all. So I just want to stay current and know what's going on in the world, and I never thought that I would still be here talking to you guys. I thought I'd be somewhere doing a couple of little projects here and there, but I'm still in the world, and I'm very grateful for it. Won't he do it? So
all the time.
Amen. Jackee, you are an institution, an icon, and keep on doing your thing. We love you, Jackee.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you.
Thank you. Up next, we have a question from Noir Online.
Hello, everyone. Tamara Shanae here from Noir Online. My question is for the entire panel. I wanted to know, what are some of the conversations you hope amplify amongst viewers from both a male and female perspective surrounding domestic violence?
Ooh, you go ahead, Tam.
Oh no, I'm gonna put it on Brian.
Just that the conversation happens. Just that the conversation happens. I'm an eldest brother. I have 5 sisters, no brothers. Was raised by a single mom, and communication is key. So if this story gets couples talking, that's helpful. When men and women talk, good things happen. Communication is key. So I'm just hoping that we discuss as a society domestic violence and get to the root of what's causing it, because what's causing it is a lack of communication. I think being on the same page with your partner, that's what the disconnect was. I believe in this story is our 2 characters started the relationship because they communicated. That communication broke down, it led to bad things. And I think stories like this open up the lines of communication, and they're very healthy and cathartic. So I'm hoping people will talk about relationships.
Yeah, it's pretty deep. Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe in it. I'm a very strong woman. I don't, even if you look at me like you're going to hit me, it's over. I walk out the door, and I want to raise my, kids and grandkids to have that strength, because it takes courage to admit that you have been abused. You know, a lot of people are ashamed of it. And that's what we have to get rid of, the shame and the guilt that you stayed in a relationship. Because you can love somebody that abuses you. And that's at the heart of it as well. You know, and like Tamala was saying before, being a woman, we have triple responsibilities, you know, wanting love, wanting to nurture our kids, our man, you know, and our careers. You know, I used to think that women couldn't do it all. And I'm just learning that we can, but it takes an extra effort. And the extra effort is to, like Brian says, educate your man or your woman that I don't want to be treated this way. And if you're going to continue this, let's get some help. So let's deal with therapy. Let's get in couples therapy. Let's just talk to our moms and stuff and wonder why it is. Because sometimes, and most men share the brunt of responsibility of taking care of everything, and that can build up. All of that happens, and it, you know, you can just snap, you know, but women have snapped too. I've hit a couple of men in my lifetime. Women don't talk about it, but then when I got hit back, I stopped. But it stems from something that's happening in the home and your upbringing, and that's where the complications come in. And you do have to communicate, but with a professional or somebody you trust, your pastor, somebody that can really help you get to the bottom of why you're so angry, because that's usually where it starts, some sort of anger.
Right. Yes, and I also hope that on top of bringing up communication and communicating with your partner more and getting some sort of therapy, if you are in that, if your partner's not willing to do any of that, then I hope that this movie also inspires those to get up and go, know when it's time to leave, because not all relationships are to be worked on, you know, and you have to go through your personal journey, as this character did, to understand that, and to understand that everyone is an individual and no one owns anyone. We're here as a partnership. So when you talk about communication, that's part of partnership. But when you don't have that, know when to go.
Right. Thank you all very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Up next, we have Afro Vegas Magazine. Afro Vegas Magazine, if you could unmute your mic. All right. Oh,
Hello.
there you are.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing?
Good.
Good.
I'm so anxious to see this movie. I've not seen it yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. So tell me how difficult it is for you to prepare for a movie like this, because it's definitely, you know, a serious topic that's being talked about today and that's going on today.
Is that a baby?
Yeah, sorry.
A
Yes.
real baby?
Yeah, that's my granddaughter.
Oh,
Aw.
hi.
He's so cute. I think the preparation for this movie, I didn't really have to prepare much, because I knew that I was going to be working with some major players. I mean, I have the honor of working with Jackée, someone that I have admired for so long. And I was taken back. I have to say this, Jackée, you performed your ass off. That scene was incredible. And I just knew that we had the right actors playing these characters. Brian White always, he gives it to you. And one thing I know he's really good at is playing that crazy deranged partner
With that baby face. I know that fine
yes.
face. I know. You be fine and mean. Mhm.
So for me, I left myself open to whatever the vibe was going to be on set. How about you guys?
I came into it, you know, trying to service the boss. You know, Tamala's the executive producer on this one, and she's the star, and the story's about her. And so my first time with her was asking, you know, how she saw the movie, so I could figure out how to support her and lift her up, because, you know, this is a team game. And at the end of the day, you got to feel Jules' pain and her fear and why she's doing the things she's doing. So I wanted to get real clarity, and Tamala was very good at communicating with me about what she needed, and we tried to give it to her. I tried to give it to her as soon as possible on every take so that we could get it. And then Darren, our director, was amazing, and it was a fun journey.
Yeah, and he's true. I echo that because I like to support women in positions of power, and I love seeing my little young darlings coming up. You know, of course, Regina King. You know, when y'all get in that director's chair, because I've directed not movies though, but just sitcoms, and I know the immense responsibility comes with it. And you handle yourself very well, Tamala, and you were very kind. I was very comfortable. You know, I got a lot of attention, which I love. But from the staff, not just for me, Jackée, but for the part, so it was very enlightening because I didn't know you were a producer, till I got there. Oh, she got a little power, so that's great. No, it's great to see you coming into your own after all these years. I know it was a journey.
You.
People don't know. You have to put in your book.
That part.
Yes.
Thank you, Jackée.
Sure.
Thank you.
Well, thanks you guys for answering my question. And I look forward to seeing the movie. And I love all of you. I've followed all of you for a long time. I just can't wait. And I'm so excited for you. So excited. And congratulations, Tamala.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Up next, we have Suzanne from TV Meg. Suzanne, please unmute.
Hi, I'm a fan of y'all too. I love Castle. I watched every episode like Jackée did. And Brian, I just loved Ambitions, and I'm still mad that they canceled that. And Jackée, I watch you every day on Days of Our Lives, so huge fan. And what I want to know is, Tamala, since you're the producer, I noticed that there are a lot of former and current daytime soap actors on this show. Was that just a coincidence, or was it some plan? Or
I think it's a coincidence because I really love everyone's artistry that was chosen to play the role. And I think you just now brought it to my attention that they're all I never even thought of that. I was just like, yes, and been fans of everyone. So, wow.
Cool. Yeah, Tuck Watkins, and Dan Gaudier were both from One Life to Live, and Lamon.
That's right.
Lamon was on Days of Our Lives, and Katrina and Tisha were both on Bold and Beautiful. So
wow.
That's my jam. Well, it was great seeing all of you.
Thank you.
Nice to see you too.
Wonderful. Thank you. Up next, we have Jamie Ruby from Sci-Fi Vision. Jamie.
Hello. So for all three of you, what did playing the role teach you about yourself?
That I can still play somebody's mama. Oh, I don't really look forward to it, but now I do. Who knew? I like being wise. I like that young people are looking at their, especially in America, in Europe, they celebrate older people regularly. But here we're just learning to, Black families traditionally grow up, with grandmama and grandpapa, telling you everything and raising you in some cases. So it's nice to be treated with that bit of respect. And she respects her mom in the movie, which is good. She should have never got with him though. You should have never. No, you leave him alone. But love does strange things. So I'm surprised I enjoyed playing somebody's mother. That sounds very trite, but it takes a while.
I gotta interject there. You look way too young to be playing somebody's mama. I'm just gonna say that, but you did a good job.
And a big old ring light. I got the biggest ring light I ever seen in my life here. They said it cost $89. I know you got one.
Oh.
Thank you, darling.
I forgot I had that shit. I could have put mine.
What are you surprised about? Yeah, it was Brian's part. Your turn.
Not surprised, just reaffirmed very much that having a seat at the producer's table is where it's at. You get to be privy to and a part of the creative conversations. You get to be at the table when Tamala's expressing what her vision and goals are. So you can absorb that and have that information. As just an actor, you don't always have access to all of the information. And I find it very, very helpful in just doing my acting job to be a part of the production team and allowed to listen to be a fly on the wall at the creative meeting. So I just really enjoyed that. I know that that's where I want to be moving forward and a bigger part of the production team. Not that I don't want to act, but being a producer is definitely for me. And I enjoyed it very much. So thank you for this opportunity.
Aww. I was surprised how many times I left my body. I kept having so many outer body experiences, but they were so great. It was like I was watching everything outside when I was in the scene so many times. So I was surprised about that, but it was great. It was really great to just watch it from that perspective, watch everybody and still be present.
All right. Thank you, all of you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jamie. Up next, we have Clarence Jones.
Is that my cousin?
Yay. Hello, everybody. Hey, Jackée, Tamala, and Brian.
Hi.
Clarence Jones from Clark TV Network, and I love you guys as actors. I think you're amazing. Brian, I don't even understand how you could be so cute and be so mean. Oh my God. It's so funny because you're like a wolf in sheep clothing.
The character is, yes.
I'm telling you, that character is amazing, and you were able to pull it off and just mess up people's minds, something you did the whole time you were with her, but then now you just reappearing as a ghost. That's just crazy. Jackée, you are Miss Comedy Lady. Was it really difficult for you to take such an intense role and pour yourself into seeing the drama that your daughter was going through and then bring it back to reality? And then the transition of going comedy to drama, that's pretty traumatic. And Tamala, to be involved with you having the acting and then doing the other part of it of producing it, that's pretty difficult. How did you handle all that? So those are my questions.
Let me turn this off.
Well, I can tell you that everyone made it easy. As far as the producing had, they made it easy. It just was the best experience. I definitely would love to do that again. But acting and, acting's my passion. I love acting. So that's never a hard thing for me to get into or enjoy. But being a producer, I thought it would be a lot more difficult, and it really wasn't. And I think that had the majority to do with who was involved,
Right.
who was I playing with. Yeah.
Right. Makes sense.
No, I come from, I started off in drama. Matter of fact, my goal when I graduated from college was to teach. I was teaching history, and I wanted to be a great dramatic actress and win an Oscar. I was looking at Rosalind Cash, and Diana Sands and Diane Carroll. Those were my objects of success, as a fine actor. And when I got 227, I didn't want to do it. I was like, I ain't doing no comedy. I got a great career in New York. And I was like, I ain't going over there. I know we all did this because you don't really want to be famous. You just want to do great work.
Yeah.
Yes. So the transition back and forth. No, I just happened to be funny. I didn't know that, believe it or not. I didn't know I could be funny. But, you keep doing a thing and doing it over and over, you get great at it. So timing is key in comedy, but drama is finding out who the character is before you even begin learning the line. Learn who the character is. So once you know who the character is and they write it for you, it just rolls off. So they wrote it so well. And because we were doing the scene, the time was like, oh girl, you got them words. But they write in your meter. And I know Brian knows when they put in your meter, it's easier to attack the character, and sometimes you question if you should have more difficulty. The difficulty is when you think it's so easy. It comes a little too easy, you want it to be more difficult. And that's where the challenge is. So you're right. The drama and getting to the meat of it, not just trying to act, don't let them see how you're acting. Don't let nobody see you act. You got to be it. So that's where the difficulty comes, where you got to, like he had to be this man, this mean man, but you did do it kind of well, I must say.
Well, thank you.
I got scared for you, Tam. I was like, pick up something, girl, hit it. Yeah, so he was being it as opposed to learning the lines and acting, so to speak. But she wasn't afraid, and that's what I like. She wasn't scared, but a little bit.
A little bit.
You guys were all awesome.
She had all them Tybo skills.
Yeah. Well, you guys were all awesome. I'm excited. I cannot wait to see the film. Congratulations. And I enjoyed the conversation with you. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. We have time for just a couple more questions. Up next is 107.9 The Beat.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shayna. Hello, Tamala, Brian, and Jackée.
Hi, Shayna.
So then when I saw this cast lineup, I'm like, oh my goodness, like the people I've been watching since I've been a youth to now. So I was so excited to see that, and everybody did an amazing job. And Brian, I don't know, you kind of, and I could what I could do better by myself. We kind of saw the craziness, but this took a whole nother turn. And Tamala, this was a different role I saw you in as well, because I always see you as that first girl, and to see you like scared, it was another side of you that I enjoyed watching. Jackée, you talked about how you was excited playing a mother, and you didn't know if years on, you didn't know if that was something you would want to do, but now you're appreciative of that. How was it like once you like coming to agreement, it's like, okay, I can be somebody's mother on a film?
Because I had an image of myself all my career, which is, I don't think of myself that way anymore, thank God. But you're appealing, you're sensual, all the things women want to be. And then a lot of women tell me if they get married and have kids, they feel less of that. And the man, if you're in a partnership, you can, bolster each other up, and you're still appealing, you're still wanted, you're still needed, in a woman way, not just a mother or somebody's best friend when you do these parts, And I don't mind being the best friend either, but being a mother takes on a whole nother role. Like my son now, he's 29, and we're more friends than ever, and I'm loving it. I didn't know it would be this way, that I would appreciate him. And he's a young man, and I want him to come to me for whatever. I like him to be totally honest. And some of it I kind of go, oh Lord. But like the fact that I'm able to let him know you have the power. Everybody has the power to become a wonderful human being, or a decent human being, or a person with character and integrity. So that's what I do now when I play these roles, these mother roles, and still in character and integrity and honesty in your kids, even when they messing up, That's the hard part, letting them know that maybe you messed up, but we can get it right. We can get it better anyway. So that's the difficulty.
Thank you so much for answering my question. I love you all. Thank you so much for what you all do for the culture. And I just want to give you your flowers now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. We know we have a bunch of hands and we appreciate the excitement, but this will be the final question for this panel. Up next is April B. from Mental Intimacy magazine.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Jackée, Brian, Tamala. First of all, this was exciting to see. I watched it this morning. And this is what my magazine is based off of, mental health. So being a survivor of that as well, Tamala, I want to reach out to you. When it came down to pleading and letting people know that your husband was actually stalking you, wasn't deceased, and telling the police, we saw Tisha playing a role as the police officer, having them to want to believe your story. How challenging was that for you?
It was very challenging, but I think that the part that Jules had a leg up on was that she was already in therapy. She was getting help. She had someone that she could talk these things through. And I think that was where she drew her strength from. Not always when people are in situations like that, do they have a therapist to say, okay, I got to fight back, So I think with that, her mental stability was somewhat there, and to try to convince everyone she was not going to give up. And she knew that I have to prove that I'm not crazy, and they do need to look into this. And when there was just one person, it just sometimes just takes one person to believe in you and believe that you're not crazy, to give you the force to go even full throttle, even more full throttle. I think that Lamon Archey's character did that for Jules as well.
Yeah, I loved it. I thank you for this storyline. I can't wait to watch it again and retweet it live. You guys were fascinating. Brian White was scaring me the whole entire time as he just kept popping out of the blue. But I thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. And thank you to the three of you for this wonderful panel. Make sure to tune in to Every Breath She Takes, premiering Saturday, March 25th at 8 on Lifetime.